Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're tackling the one interview question, the one that kicks things off and, let's be honest, stumps almost everyone. We're going to break down exactly how to nail the perfect answer.
Yep, there it is. Tell me about yourself. Four little words that can feel like a total trap, right? It sounds so simple, but it's the super open-ended question that can lead you just about anywhere and, usually in the wrong direction.
And that's exactly why it's so tricky. The biggest mistake people make, they ramble. They start talking about their childhood, their hobbies, their entire life story. But here's the thing, the hiring manager isn't looking for that. What they really want is a sharp, relevant pitch about you, the professional.
But hey, don't worry. There's a really simple, super effective way to dodge all those common mistakes and seriously impress the hiring manager right from the get-go. So let's get into it.
Okay, so what's the secret? It's a simple framework called the SEAT method. Think of it as an acronym, a little mental cheat sheet, designed to keep you on track and make sure you hit all the right notes. And you know what the best part is? It's ridiculously easy to remember. Why? Because you're going to be sitting in a seat during your interview. It's perfect. So SEAT stands for skills, education and experience, achievements, and the type of person you are. All right, so let's break this down letter by letter and build that perfect answer together. First up, we've got S for skills. You want to kick things off by immediately connecting your abilities to the job you're actually interviewing for. This isn't the time to list every single skill you have, okay? It's all about highlighting the ones that are most relevant. And you can't go wrong focusing on these three powerhouse skills. They're valuable in pretty much any role. You want to tell them you're a problem solver, someone who can actually handle challenges. You're a professional communicator. And you're a collaborator, someone who works really well with others to get things done. Okay, next up is E, and that stands for education and experience. Now, the key here is to be brief. Seriously, mention your relevant education really quickly, but the real focus, that should be on the experience you're bringing to the table. So, what kind of experience should you talk about? Well, saying you've worked on different kinds of teams, small ones, big ones, that shows you're adaptable. And definitely mention that you can deliver on time-sensitive projects. That's a huge one. It proves you're reliable when the pressure is on. All right, on to A for achievements. This is your moment to shine. It's your chance to give them actual proof that you're a high performer. So you're not just telling them you're good at your job, you're showing them with a solid example. And you really only need one solid achievement here. It could be anything. Maybe you won Employee of the Month, or you got specific praise from a manager for being flexible, or you brought some really creative ideas to your last team. Just mentioning one proves that you can bring that same kind of success to this new role. And that brings us to the final letter, T, for the type of person you are. This is where you wrap it all up. This part gives the interviewer a little glimpse into your work ethic, your character, who you are as a potential teammate. And these are some really powerful traits to mention. Saying you take responsibility for tough challenges, that you act as a positive role model, and that you take ownership of your own professional growth. That tells them you're a proactive, valuable person who's going to add a ton to the team and the company culture. Okay, so we have all the pieces of the puzzle, right? SEAT. Let's put it all together and hear what a complete answer actually sounds like. Well, thank you for this opportunity. I'm confident I have the skills to match this job description. I'm a natural problem solver, a clear communicator, and I always make it a point to collaborate closely with my coworkers to hit our team's objectives. I graduated from college with excellent grades, and I have direct experience working on both small and large teams and consistently delivering on time-sensitive projects. I'm also a high achiever. For example, in my last role, I won Employee of the Month and was often praised by my manager for my flexibility. Ultimately, if you hire me, I'll be the type of employee who takes ownership of challenges and acts as a positive role model for your company. Okay, so having the right words is awesome, but it's only half the battle. Seriously, how you deliver that answer is just as important. Your confidence, or, lack of it, can totally change how your message lands. So I've got 3 essential tips for you here. First, practice. Say your answer out loud. Do it in front of a mirror. Record yourself. Grab a friend. Whatever works. Remember, this is the first question, so nailing it sets a great tone for the whole interview. Second, maintain eye contact. It's a game changer for showing confidence. And third, you've got to be mindful of your timing. So, how long are we talking? What's the sweet spot?
The ideal length is right around 60 seconds. Yep, just 1 minute. That's the perfect amount of time to cover all 4 points of the SEAT method. Be clear, be concise, and most importantly, not overwhelm the interviewer or start to ramble.
So you see, with this framework, you're not just answering a question anymore. You're presenting a carefully crafted story about your professional self. It puts you in control. So take these tools, prepare your answer, and get ready to walk into that next interview and make a killer first impression. The only question left is, who are you going to say you are?